Hey Volusia County, are you looking for a natural way to start losing fat and fit into your favorite summer clothes? Well, I'm excited to announce that our highly recommended community challenge is coming back. This year's Waist Watcher Summer Challenge could be the catalyst that your body has been waiting for. May 18th, find out how others in the Volusia community have been naturally losing inches and gaining their vitality back. Please find our link for the upcoming virtual interest meeting. See you soon.
Hi, good evening and welcome in everyone. My name is Kaylee and I'm the health coach working with Dr. Cooper here at In Harmony. I hope everyone's been enjoying their weekend with their families, enjoying the weather. We're very excited to have you here this evening and can't wait to share a little bit more information about our Waist Watchers program. Just a little bit about Dr. Cooper before we get started. Dr. Dana Cooper is a board-certified chiropractic physician and certified functional medicine practitioner who focuses on restoring the body to maximum health naturally. He's a native of Daytona Beach, Florida. He endeavors to share his passion for family health by providing care the Harmony way. He first encountered the power of natural medicine when he studied and explored the practices of indigenous tribes on his trip to Costa Rica. Continued his journey at Palmer College of Chiropractic here in Florida, where he began developing his holistic practices. He's proficient in techniques such as nutrition, diversified method, flexion distraction, activator, and soft tissue therapy. Dr. Cooper continued his journey to provide top-tier holistic health by way of functional medicine. This would help him cure, prevent, and support even the most difficult health concerns his community presented, such as nutritional imbalance, leaky gut, SIBO, acid reflux, fatigue, obesity, and more. Dr. Cooper and his practices have been honored in programs such as Best of Cabarrus County, the Cultivu Exhibition, City Beat News, Spectrum Award, Voyage Magazine, but his greatest honor is being here today with you.
Thank you, Kaylee, for that honor. Hopefully everybody's able to hop on here pretty comfortably. I do see that people are still trickling in along the way. Let your friends know that we're live and that we're in action here. And I'll tell you a little something about me. Recently, I started getting a little bit more used to the virtual method. Being a virtual physician and things like that. And I'm still getting more and more comfortable with it as we go. But what I did was I went and I ordered a couple suits. I ordered a couple blazers, to be honest with you. And the guy there, he said, Doc, aren't you missing something? And I said, what do you mean? He said, aren't you missing some slacks? I said, not going to need that anymore. I'm a virtual provider now. So, but still getting accustomed and then enjoying the trip along the way. So what I want to do is I want to take this opportunity while I have your attention to present something to you that has been helping people in the community. We've been using fantastic strategies to improve person's total vitality. And our focus is to help people to lose inches off their waistline. And so I'm super, super excited to present this program to you today and to tell you a little bit more about how it works. This is our team here. Here at In Harmony Functional Medicine and Chiropractic Medicine, we have a full-fledged functional medicine and holistic medicine practice, which simply means we get the opportunity to help people who want to improve their longevity, who want to improve their sleep, who want to improve their metabolism and weight, who want to improve their energy. We pretty much have all of it in-house. And so this is our team. This is our family. We have some other additions to our family. And we're so excited to continue to share our efforts here in the community from a functional medicine basis, but also simply just a holistic medicine basis. And so that's what we're doing here. One key pointer about this program that we have is our goal is to help people to lose inches off of their waistline. Now, why is that? Well, let me give you a little bit of background. Almost 8 months ago, my father-in-law, he had a massive heart attack. And I realized, there must be something that we can do, I can do with my knowledge to help bridge the gap for people and to help people to find healthy options. And so we started to devise a diet plan for him. We started to devise a plan for his supplements, for his exercise strategies. We did a lot of these things, and our goal was to create something that was easy for him to follow, something that was simple, and and it absolutely worked. Not only did he lose significant inches off his midsection, but also he experienced incredible improvements in his longevity for until next year, right? And so when you start hearing things like that, that you're making major or massive improvements. And so our goal was to simply to create something that was easy for him to follow. But what I recognize in this process, I recognize that there's a lot of people who maybe they don't have all of the information as relates to food. They don't have all the information as relates to, supplements that may counteract, with the things that they're doing or with the drugs that they're using. And so what we started to do is we started to create and develop this program, and it has absolutely blessed a lot of people here in the community. And so I'm so excited to continue to share information about this. What I do need to do for just a moment is there's a lot of people who are trying to get into the link and they're having some challenges. So we're going to take a quick 1 minute just to give people an opportunity to get back in, and we'll be right back with you.
Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. We're just working on some technical difficulties, but we'll resume here in just a moment. How is everyone's weekends going? You can respond in the chat if you'd like while we're waiting. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that your weekend was great, Ms. Lisa. Hi, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're just working on some technical difficulties, making sure we can help everyone get logged in before we get started here. So thank you so much for your patience. Hi, welcome in to all the people joining us, all the new people. Thank you so much for logging on. It's good to see some familiar faces in here and some new faces. Dr. Cooper will be right with us. We're super excited to go over the program details. I know I've spoken to a lot of you over the last week here to get you, set up with the meeting. So glad you all made it. All right. Hi, good evening, and welcome in. For those of you just joining us, my name is Kaylee. I'm the health coach here working with Dr. Cooper. The Waste Watchers program. So again, just for those of you just joining us, a little bit about Dr. Cooper. Dr. Dana Cooper is a board-certified chiropractic physician, certified functional medicine practitioner who focuses on restoring the body to maximum health naturally. He's a native of Daytona Beach, Florida. He endeavors to share his passion for family health by providing care the Harmony way. He first encountered the power of natural medicine when he studied and explored the practices of indigenous tribes on his trip to Costa Rica. Returning from his pilgrimage, he continued his journey at Palmer College of Chiropractic here in Florida, where he began developing his holistic practices. He is proficient in techniques such as nutrition, diversified method, flexion distraction, activator, and soft tissue therapy. Dr. Cooper continued his journey to provide top-tier holistic health by way of functional medicine. This would help him to cure, prevent, and support even the most difficult health concerns his community presented, such as nutritional imbalance, leaky gut, SIBO, acid reflux, fatigue, obesity, and much more. Dr. Cooper and his practices have been honored in programs such as Best of Cabarrus County, the Cultivo Exhibition, City Beat News, Spectrum Award, Voyage Magazine, but his greatest honor is you being here with us today.
Yes, and I'm honored that we're able to flesh out some of these technical difficulties. And so if you know somebody who is wanting to get this information, please shoot them a text and say, hey, the link is working. They're back. They didn't forget about us. Thank you, Kaylee, for sharing that insight. Once again, I'm Dr. Cooper, and today I would like to share with you a little bit about a program that we're doing in your backyard, a program that is helping individuals reach their major success stories as far as their health. We have individuals today, an individual who will share a little bit about their experience. I'll share a little bit about our why. And we also want to present this program to you in a palatable way, in a way that maybe you might be interested in being a part of it next. And so without further ado, for those of you who've seen some of this, you may be able to recite some of my PowerPoint for me, but I'm going to go ahead and dig into some of it here. All right. Okay, fantastic. So why the waist to hip ratio? If you do not already know this, your weight scale is going to lie to you. I think a lot of us have experienced that frequently, as a matter of fact, where you get on the weight scale one day and it looks great. The next day it doesn't look so great. And you're doing all of the right things and you're getting mixed results. You may be even on weight loss drugs. You may be doing diuretics. You may be exercising. You may be doing a lot of things, and your weight scale some days is good, some days it's bad. Some of us are gaining muscle while we're losing fat. And in that process, a lot of times it is very confusing to look at the weight scale. And so we needed to create a program that differentiated between the waistline and general weight loss. And so what's called your WHR is your waist to hip ratio. This is a keener tool for us to assess your actual fat mass. As a matter of fact, this tells us a little bit more about your visceral fat. Has anybody heard of visceral fat? If you have, you can drop a comment. We talked about this a little bit last week on our cast about visceral fat and waist fat and how it's typically a indicator of cardiovascular risk and cardiovascular health. Well, we wanted to create the kind of program that didn't just focus on you losing weight and stressing yourself out with the weight scales. We wanted to create something that focused on your waistline, which is where most of our fat is stored during things like metabolic disorders, diabetes, and heart disease. That's right. I'm getting some good answers there. The fat under your skin is actually known as the subcutaneous fat. And we want to lose that as well. But what we often find is that people can lose even their subcutaneous fat and they still have just that, what do we used to call them? Big boned it. And so we want to influence those areas. And this program is meant and specifically created to target that area. Okay. So the waist to hip ratio has been shown and studied to be the best predictor for cardiovascular risk and health and longevity. And that's what has brought us here. We've had some great success in our program. Now, this program is called the Waist Watchers Challenge. This is our second round this year. The first round, we saw some great success. individuals lost over 104 pounds in a group. 240 pounds in the group, and 110 inches around their midsections. And how have we done so? We've done so with doctor-formulated meal plans, with doctor-formulated exercise strategies, high-grade supplements, not those things that you're getting from the corner store, dollar store. We want to make sure we're taking things that actually work. Okay. And we're really excited about this program. We've seen some great results. We've had teams, we've had individuals lose 50 pounds. We've had individuals who've told us that, hey, doc, I was able to come off of several of my blood or my medications, which is fantastic. And so I want to encourage you that this could be your success story as well. But don't just take my word for it. We have others who have had success stories. And I'd like to introduce you to somebody today who I think could tell you a little bit about her story and some of her progresses. And it may hit home for you, and it may be something that you're interested in hearing about as well. So I'd like to introduce you to Janae.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to share my testimonial with you guys. I'm one of those people, I've been big boned my whole life. So I think this was the first program that I participated in where I saw the results. But not only did I see the results, other people around me saw the results. And some of the key takeaways why I feel like I was successful in this space where I may have not been as successful in other spaces. I think it was definitely the community. So when you're teamed up, you now have people who can normalize your experience. They normalize the ignorance and not knowing what to eat. Not being so motivated to exercise, and you don't feel alone. And then you hold each other accountable. I like that I had access to Dr. Cooper. There are a lot of things that I was eating that I thought was healthy. One example would be honey. I thought, I put honey in my tea, I'm killing it. It's not sugar. And then he educated me that it still shows up like sugar. So I was able to just stick to my stevia as instructed. Another thing is, I was a team lead, and being a team leader also put me in a position to have a mindset to know that if I keep my team motivated and I set an example, that we would do very well. All in all, if you're somebody who have been on an island by yourself, maybe the shame of where your health has been keeping you isolated, this is a great way to build a community to start to deal with some of those things that you might be battling with in silence. So I was successful. If I could do it, anybody else could do it. It helped me with my diet. I now exercise more. It made me look up exercises. I looked up exercises. Some were too difficult for me, but I was able to find some to help me target my hips and my waist. So it's not just about eating well, but really exercising and targeting those areas. Because I'm a cardio girl. I dance all the time, but I never thought to purposefully strengthen my core at home using a YouTube video and a yoga mat. So I did all of my exercising right at home, so I didn't have to leave the house and go to a gym. And that's pretty much it.
That's fantastic. And what's really cool about your story, Janae, I think, that added sense of support is major. And I think for a lot of people, that's typically where they slip through the cracks is, you give them a recommendation, but, there's varying degrees of progress because everybody's coming from a different place. And sometimes as a physician, myself included, we'll look at a thing and we'll say, hey, just go ahead and start doing it. And you look back at it later and the person may say something like, well, it was too hard for this reason or not. And so that's one of the reasons that we create an ingrained process for feedback, an ingrained process, to get extra support, whether it be your team, whether it be the provider, whether it be our health coaches. And so thank you, Janae, for sharing that insight there.
Yep.
Okay, all righty, excellent. And so I want to share a little bit more about what we're doing here. Okay. Some of the benefits that a person may get from our program is this. They may see an improvement in their blood pressure control. They may see an improvement in their blood sugar control. They may see an improvement in their energy, their nails, their hair, and their skin, their digestion. They may see an improvement in their actual sleep. Now, what I call these are side benefits. If you've ever heard, has anybody ever heard of a side effect? Well, these are side benefits. So while you're already doing something good, you should see a cumulative improvement in some of these areas of your life. So not just losing inches, not just taking a drug that can affect one thing, eating herbs or eating healthy meals or having a healthy strategy that will help more than just one specific area of your life. And that's called a side benefit. Okay, now you may ask, how does this program actually work? I'm glad to tell you. So this is a 3-month challenge. Okay, so in 3 months, I'm expecting to help you to make major turnarounds in your health and in your inches and in your waistline. This is a 3-month challenge, and we're going to put you in teams where you have a team structure. Guess what? You get to compete with one another. You're competing to earn something at the end. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So you're in a team for 3 months, and once a month, there's a measure in. Well, at each one of these measure-ins, we do a waistline measurement. There's no disrobing of your clothes. We're always going to honor your integrity and make sure that you feel comfortable and safe. But we're going to do a waistline measurement. And that waistline measurement is going to dictate the inches that you earn as personally as well as your team. We have a point system. That point system is based off of your waistline and your hip ratio. So once a month, we'll do a measurement with you. Guess what? We have other things in this program. Once a month, as you're doing that measurement in waistline measure check, we're also going to be educating you. So each one of these meetings, there's an opportunity for you to get healthy tips or easy strategies to manage your improvements or things that will help you in this experience to make it a longer and a happy experience. And so you get coaching, you get group coaching at each one of those visits, but it doesn't stop there. One thing that we have now as an add-on in this program is we have health coaching that's available. We have weekly health coaching as an add-on with our health coach. And this is something that I know can be very effective for a lot of people who, and this will be helpful for the person who says, doc said do this, I'm trying it, but man, I don't even know what grocery store to get it from. Or you may say, I'm not really much of a cook. And so there's a lot of people who deal with concerns like that. And so the health coaching will go a long way for a person like that. Okay. Now, what are the program fees? Well, these are the things that are included in the program. You get your holistic medical consult and diet plan with myself. This is a 30-minute session. We do a virtual call where I go over your health history, your health preferences, which are also important. And then everything that I would recommend to you as far as your food supplement plan and your exercise plan. I give all of that to you at that one visit. In addition to that is the t-shirt. In addition to that is the measuring tape that you'll take, your access to your support group. So you're going to be in a support group where you can continue to converse with each other. And this is the cool part. Some of you may have seen this in the past. Guess what we do at the end of the program? You get an opportunity to earn essentially your payment of the program. So if the base fee for this program is $300, you get an opportunity to win a Visa gift card with $300 on it. How do you win it? You win it by being the winning team. Most of our teams are comprised of about 3 to 4 persons. And so you may be in a team of 3, maybe even 5 people, and everybody in the winning team who wins the most points, they'll get their $300 back. Well, that's the base fee. Guess what? We have some other things going on this year. Like I said, we do have health coaching, which is at a additional fee. That's something that we can discuss in your one-on-one. We also have, what's really cool this year is a meal prep service. And this meal prep service, I know, is going to be a major, major blessing to you. It's right here in DeLand, but they travel to you. You can get your food delivered to you. You can get your doctor recommended meal plan and say, hey, I want the number 2 and the number 3. And this company, they'll write it up for you, and they'll freeze it for you, and they'll package it and send it right to you. Or you can pick it up yourself. So these are just some of the add-ons that we have for the program this season. And I know that these add-ons are going to be very effective. Why? Because at the end of the last round, the main thing people were saying was, hey, man, lunch is just not convenient. So we wanted to make sure we brought you another option. So I'm really, really excited about these things here. But these are the program fees. If you need to look at these fees a little bit more, or look at our schedule and look at all the things that we have, keep in mind, you'll find in our comment section an area that says where our application is. And our application is on our website. And so you can find all of these things on our website. What I'll do right now, I'll go ahead and add our website to the chat in Harmony. Wellness.com. Excellent. Okay, so I just added our website to the chat, and on that website you can go to the Waste Watcher program page, and you can get any information that you need about this program. Okay, so if you forget these fees or anything like that, it is right there for you. Now, what's next? What actually happens in this process next? Well, first, we'll have you complete the brief online application. So this application is really, really important. This gives us an idea of your candidacy for this program. This program is for a lot of people. It's for a lot of people, but it's not going to be for everybody. And we want to make sure that you and that we are the right fit for you. And so if you would, just go ahead and scan this code that's on your screen here. And as you scan that code, it'll take you to the place where you can submit your application. Now, if you can't do that because you're using your phone, don't worry, you can text this number that's on your screen. You can text the words waste loss. If you text the words waste loss, we will respond to you with a link, and that's where you can submit your application. Now, the next thing that happens in the process, after you've submitted your application, then we will do your discovery call. This is a 15-minute call where we just assess your needs and the things that you're looking for in the program. This is very important. The next part is the really cool part. Okay. Well, first we have to get a registration date. So registration actually closes June 15th. So we're actually giving you like 3 weeks to get all of this stuff together. 3 weeks to really decide if you want to be a part of this program and your candidacy. But also in those 3 weeks, guess what we'll be doing? We'll be doing discovery calls. And so this is first come, first serve. So if you go ahead and hop on there and do your application now, we can serve you first, and you're not waiting, for a whole week. And so as soon as we get those in, we'll send you the link, and then you can schedule your discovery call. So once again, the discovery call, it is first come, first serve. I encourage you to fill it out as quickly as you can so we can get you set up for that call. Now that brings us to registration closing date. So that's June 15th. Loading day, June 21st. Anybody know what loading day means? You can say it in the comments if you know it. Any idea what a loading day is? Loading day is the day that I can get my crab bag. That's a good comment. Loading day is the day that we encourage you to make peace with the next 3 months. And keep in mind, the program is a lot of fun. It's not stressful, but for some people, we may ask them to part ways with some of their carby foods. We may ask them to part ways with some of their sugary beverages for a period of time. If you know that you're that person, then we encourage people on loading day, June 21st, okay, is really to quench their thirst. Now, please, if you have medical conditions, do not harm yourself. We don't want to see that. We don't want you to harm yourself. But we encourage you to go into this really with your heart completely into this, with your mind completely into this as well. Now, the first measurement day is actually on June 22nd. And so the location will be shared. It will be announced. The first measurement day is on June 22nd. And that's also the day that the fees are due by. We are accepting money orders. We are accepting Zelle payments for the fee as well, just so you know. Okay. Now, I would like to open the floor for any questions that anybody has about the program. I know that there's a little bit of a delay on the messenger here. And so I will give you some time to go ahead and answer or ask some questions of us. See if we got some elevator music here. Now, the other area, while you all are doing that, the other area that you can share or ask some of your questions is at that phone number below. So if it's a question that that is a private question, and we certainly honor that. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable. You can go ahead and text that number that you see sliding across your screen with the question that you have. Outside of that, when you text us waste loss, we're going to send you that link. So I'll give you a couple more moments. So I have a good question here. Are there any more questions here? Just give me a little bit of time. Okay, so I wanted to answer one of these questions. It's a really, really good question here that when it comes to the midsection, when managing things like diabetes, the midsection is certainly one of the hardest areas to lose weight. And there's a couple of reasons for that. There's something that's called insulin, right? And insulin's job is to help us to break down sugar in our body. Well, before we become diabetic or pre-diabetic, there's typically a process that's called insulin resistant, where our body's just overusing insulin for so long and the system starts to fail. And the body has to inject more insulin for maybe a small meal or things that aren't even sugary. And so insulin, if you don't know, insulin is a fat storage hormone. Insulin is actually a hormone, and it stores fat. And it's going to store fat around areas or around organs that need the most energy. So guess where that is? Fat is an energy source. And so if the body is needing more energy to break down sugar or carbs or whatever it may be, it's going to use insulin. Insulin is going to store more fat around our pancreas, more fat around our vital organs like our stomach and our liver. And so undoubtedly, diabetes does make midsection fat loss more of a challenge, but it can be done. And guess what? It's already being done. Every day people are losing inches off their midsection, but it is a process. One of the reasons that we're going to look at your labs is we want to look at where you stand as far as your blood glucose control. We want to look at where you stand as far as your insulin. And we want to help you create a strategy to improve that. As we improve that, you're going to notice those inches fall off of your midsection drastically. It will happen. Okay. But one of the reasons that we're very thorough in the process and that we want to look at your midsection, we want to look at your labs, is we want to make sure that there's nothing else that's slowing your progress. And if there is, then that's what we work on through diet, supplementation, and exercise strategies. And then there was also another good question. Can medications cause weight gain? Absolutely. One of the reasons that we do a really good detailed and thorough assessment initially is we go through, the supplements that you're taking. We go through your diet. We also go through your medications. If you're taking a medication that causes insomnia, If you're taking a medication that causes palpitations, if you're taking a medication that could be affecting your endocrine system and thyroid function and weight gain, we definitely want to talk to you about it. Now, it's not our role to take you off of drugs, but it is our role to help you with nutritional advice and nutritional supplements and lifestyle modifications that may be able to help you bridge the gap. And for a lot of our patients, they come back and they say, hey, I talked to my provider. Turns out I didn't need as much as what I was taking. Or they may say something like, we can decrease what you're taking during this time and we can try something else. We've had that happen quite a bit as well. But all of that is only made possible by a thorough assessment initially. And so we don't just summarily recommend things to people and we haven't actually, done a real assessment with them. All right. And I think I've answered some questions here. Folks, I'm really excited about this program. I'm sorry that we had challenges in getting on here. If I were a betting person, I'd say we're probably going to do this again just because there were probably 40 other people who weren't able to get on today, but I'm glad that you were. And I'm hoping that you'll take this opportunity to text us waist lost so we can send you that link. The other area where you can find that link is in the comments. In the comment section, you will find pinned at the very top is the link to our application. In addition to that, we've also shared our website. So if you want to get some more information about the program, we encourage you to do so. And we will see you next time.